Hi friends, my name is Miss Laura and I want to welcome you to Wake County's online preschool story time. All the Wake County libraries model our story times on the 5 pre-reading skills of talk, sing, read, write, and play. We can do it every day. And evidence shows that the more you practice those 5 pre-reading skills at home, as we do in the library, they will become very good readers. And that's what we all want. Now, let's go ahead and sing our Storytime song. All right, well, boys and girls, I know you're sitting at your tables or you're sitting on your couches, so stand up. We're going to sing our Storytime song. It's story time today, it's story time today. Let's clap our hands up and down, it's story time today. It's story time today, it's story time today. Let's stomp our feet up and down, it's story time today. It's story time today, it's story time today. Let's jump our bodies up and down, it's story time today. Hooray! All right, boys and girls, well now it's time to wake up our friend Scooter. Scooter's been asleep since the last time you saw him. So let's go ahead and get Scooter. Now we're all going to count to 3 and then we'll say wake up Scooter. 1, 2, 3. Wake up, Scooter! Wake up! All right, Scooter, I know you're in there.
I'm in here, Miss Laura, and I can't wait to come out. I'm really happy to see the boys and girls.
Well, you know what? How do we know that he's happy to be here? He wags his tail. Yes, he does. He wags his tail. And he's so happy to be back at story time. Well, Scooter, do you have a letter of the day?
I do, Miss Laura. I do. Let me get it for you.
Oh, it's the letter G. Well, you know what? There are some funny words that start with the letter G.
There are?
Yes. Goofy and gummy bears. And at Thanksgiving, gobble, 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 gobble. Oh, I like G words. I really do. Well, Scooter, let's go ahead and put our G up on our board so we'll have it ready for alphabet soup. Do you have anything else in your basket today, Scooter?
I do, Miss Laura, I do.
What is it?
Well, it's a pea pod.
A pea pod? Oh my goodness! There are 5 peas in the pea pod. But a pea pod doesn't start with the letter G. I'm confused.
Miss Laura, it's a green pea pod.
Oh, you're right, Scooter. Green starts with the letter G. It's a green pea pod. Well, you know what? I'm going to teach the boys and girls a song about a pea pod. Are you guys ready? Stand up if you want to, or sit down. Either one is fine. 5 peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, then all of the rest. They grew and they grew and they grew so fat that the pea pod popped like that. Did you see that, Scooter? That is a fun rhyme to do about peas. And you know what? Peas are a vegetable in a garden. And our story time today is going to be about gardens. And our first story today is Muncha, Muncha, Muncha by Candace Fleming. And the pictures are drawn by Brian Karras. Let's open it up and take a look. For years, Mr. McCreary dreamed of planting a garden. He dreamed of getting his hands dirty, of growing yummy vegetables, and of gobbling them all up. But he never once tried it until this spring, said Mr. McCreary. This spring, by golly, I am going to plant a garden. So he hoed and he sowed and he watched his garden grow. Lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes. Yum, yum, yummy, said Mr. McCreary. I'll soon fill my tummy with crisp, fresh veggies. But one night when the sun went down and the moon came up, 3 hungry bunnies appeared. Muncha, 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 tippy, tippy, pat. Oh, they're out in the garden. The next morning when Mr. McCreary saw his gnawed sprouts, he was angry. So he built a small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. And the sun went down and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, spring hurdle, dash, dash, muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McCreary saw his nibbled leaves and gnawed sprouts, he was really angry. So he built a tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. Humph, he huffed. Those floppy ears will never get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now. Wow. And the sun went down and the moon came up, and tippy, tippy, pat, dig, scrabble, scratch, scratch, spring, hurdle, dash, dash, muncha, muncha, muncha. And the sun went down and the moon came up, and tippy, tippy, pat, dive, paddle, splash, splash, dig, scrapple, scratch, scratch, spring, hurdle, dash, dash, muncha, muncha, muncha. Gosh, those bunnies. The next morning when Mr. McCreary saw his chopped blossoms, his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was furious. So he hammered and he blocked and he sawed and he stalked and he grilled and he filled and he trapped and he locked and he built a huge, enormous thing before the deep, wet trench, outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. I have outsmarted those twitch whiskers for sure, he exclaimed. They can't go through it. They can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny, no how, no way can get into my vegetable garden now. And the sun went down and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 stop! The 3 hungry bunnies looked and they smelled and they touched the huge, enormous thing before them. And tippy, tippy, pat, the bunnies hopped away. What is that? It's a lock. The next morning when Mr. McCreary saw his untouched vegetables, he was happy. Finally. I beat those bunnies, he whooped, and he did a jiggly wiggly victory dance. Then he climbed over, jumped across, squeezed between, and crawled under until he reached his vegetable garden. Ah, sighed Mr. McCreary, at last! Smacking his lips, he picked and pulled up lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes, and with his basket overflowing, he reached inside for something yummy. What was in his basket?
Muncha, muncha, muncha.
It was those bunnies. They snuck in the basket. But Mr. McCreary, he learned something very important. If you can't beat them, you sometimes have to join them. And that is the story of Muncha, Muncha, Muncha by Candace Fleming. Okay? All right, boys and girls. Well, now, he had a garden, so we're going to go over here and see if we have a mystery word that might be related to a garden. We have some of the letters of the alphabet. So let's go ahead and sing our ABC song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T-U-V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? I hope so, and I hope we're together real soon. All right, alphabet soup from A to Z. Let's take a look and see what we can see. All right, doobie 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 doobie. What's our first letter? It's the letter G. That was the letter Scooter had. Doobie 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 doobie. What's our next letter? It's the letter A. That's the first letter in the alphabet. Doobie 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 doobie. What's our next letter? It's the letter R. Doobie 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 doobie. What's our next letter? It's the letter D. Doobie 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 doobie. What's our next letter? E. Doobie 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 doobie. What's our last letter? It's the letter N. And if I take away our A and our Z away, we are left with how many letters at the bottom of the board? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 letters are at the bottom of the board. And if you put them together in just this order, you get the word garden. Garden. So our word of the day is garden. All right. Well, boys and girls, I have a garden. And in my garden, I have this vegetable. Does anybody know what that is? That's a yellow squash. You're right. Let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, I love squash. Oh, I like it grilled. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, so now does anybody know what this is? This is kind of tricky. This is a purple cabbage. See how many we have of those? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 cabbages in my garden too. All right. Oh, what about this? Does anybody know what that is? It's tomato. See how many we have of those? 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, that one was almost upside down. 4 tomatoes. And now one of our favorites is the carrot. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our squash, what color are they? They're yellow. And our purple cabbages are purple. And our tomatoes are red. And our carrots are orange. All right, well, let's see what happens. Out in the garden early in the morning, see the yellow squashes all in a row. See the hungry caterpillar coming out to get them. Crunch, munch, crunch, munch, crunch, munch, crunch, munch. Off she goes. I just love yellow squashes. Yum, yum, yum. Wow, she got all those yellow squashes. But I'm not upset because I still have my purple cabbage, I still have my tomatoes, and I still have my carrots. Out in the garden early in the morning, see the purple cabbages all in a row. See the hungry, who's gonna be in my garden next? See the hungry bird coming out to get them. Crunch, munch, crunch, munch, crunch, munch, crunch, munch. Off she goes. She took all my purple cabbages. Golly. Now all I have is tomatoes, but I love my tomatoes, and carrots, and I love my carrots, and I could be happy with those 2 vegetables. Out in the garden early in the morning, see the red tomatoes all in a row. See the hungry, squeak, 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 squeak. It's a purple mouse. See the hungry mouse coming out to get them. Crunch, munch, crunch, munch, crunch, munch. Off she goes. All right, so we now just have just 3 carrots left in our garden. But that's okay, I like carrots. But out in the garden early in the morning, see the hungry bunny coming out to get them. Crunch, munch, crunch, munch, crunch, munch. Off she goes. Oh my goodness, I don't have any vegetables left in my garden. But you know what? I know that there's a farmer's market right down the road, and I could get in my car and drive to the farmer's market. So we're going to go ahead and sing our song, Drive in My Car. So get up off your couches, get off out of your chairs, and let's get ready to drive. So we're going to use our steering wheels. We're going to use our window wipers. We're going to use our horns, beep, beep, beep. We're going to wave to our friends. We're going to make some funny noises like a muffler. I think that's it. I might have forgotten something. So let's go ahead and get ready. Are you ready to go to the farmer's market? I think we are. All right, let's do it.
Driving in my car, driving in my car, driving all the way to Minneapolis in my car. Red light, stop! What sound does a car horn make?
Beep, beep, beep.
That's right, let's sing the song with our car horns. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Driving in my car, driving in my car, driving all the way to Minneapolis in my car. Red light, stop! What sound do car windshield wipers make?
Swish, 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 swish.
That's right, let's sing the song with our windshield wipers. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Driving in my car, I'm driving in my car, driving all the way to Minneapolis in my car. Red light, stop! What sound does a car muffler make? Let's sing the song with our car mufflers. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. I'm driving in my car. I'm driving in my car. Driving all the way to Minneapolis in my car. Red light, stop! What sound would you make if you were driving down the street and you saw your very best friend on the sidewalk and you rolled down the window and you stuck out your hand? What would you say?
Hi.
Let's sing the song for our very best friend. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Driving in my car. Driving in my car. Driving all the way to Minneapolis in my car.
Yay! And you know what, boys and girls? Do you know what state the city of Minneapolis is in? It's in the state of Minnesota. Minnesota. Well, you know what? It's time for another story. And we know the more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. All right, our next story is another one of my favorites. So this book is called If You Plant a Seed, and the words and the paintings are by Kadir Nelson. Let's open it up and take a look. If you plant a tomato seed, a carrot seed, and a cabbage seed, in time, with love and care, tomato, carrot, and cabbage plants will grow. Oh, look at that. There's a lettuce and tomatoes and carrots. Ooh, who's that? It's the birds. Ooh, do they look friendly? Ooh. If you plant a seed of selfishness in a very short time, it will grow and grow and grow. Now look, all the vegetables are going every which way into a heap of trouble. Oh dear. But if you plant a seed of kindness, oh look, now they're sharing with the bird. In almost no time at all, the fruits of kindness, oh look, now they're sprinkling the seeds everywhere, will grow and grow and grow. Look at that, the sunflowers and the purple cabbage. Oh my goodness. And they are very, very sweet. That is what happens, boys and girls, if we share. Let's give a big hand for If You Plant a Seed by Kadir Nelson. Yay. All righty. Well, now, boys and girls, I have another story to share with you. It's about something that happened in my garden yesterday. I was walking in my garden in my bare feet when a vegetable man I happened to meet. A vegetable man. Have you ever met one? His head was a potato, all bumpy and brown, and his body was lettuce all the way around. Wow! And his arms were 2 long celery sticks. Wow! And his legs were carrot sticks so that he could walk. His feet were onions, and boy, did they stink. Pee-you! Pee-you! But you know what, boys and girls? That on a hunch, I took him home. And I had him for lunch. Yum, yum, yum. Sorry, vegetable man. Sorry. All righty. Well, are you boys and girls ready for a puppet show? This is about a little girl who has her first flower garden, and she's very excited about it. She's grown 5 flowers in her vegetable garden. Let's see what happens in this puppet show. Oh, I just love days like this. The sun is shining outside, and it's a good day to work in my garden. It's an excellent day. I have 5 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, you know what? The wind is starting to pick up. Oh, I lost my hat. Oh, my hat fell right off my head. Well, I'll just have to hurry with my gardening so I don't get sunburned. Well, it looks like my flowers all need a little bit of water because the sun was out earlier. I'll go get my watering can. Oh, I've got my watering can. I had to fill it up at the faucet, so it took me a little while. Water 1 flower, 2 flowers, 3 flowers, 4 flowers. I thought I had 5 flowers. I thought I counted them. Well, everybody makes a mistake. All right, I'm going to go down and get my rake. Because you know what? I think I need to rake some mulch around my flowers. Oh, here's my rake. I'm going to do a little mulching around my flowers. Mulch 1 flower, 2 flowers, 3 flowers. Uh-oh! I thought I had 4 flowers. Where's my 4th flower? Well, I still have 3. That's okay. 3's okay. I'm going to go get my shovel. Well, I got my spade instead. I'm going to dig a little trough around my 3 flowers. Dig, 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 dig. 1. Dig, 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 dig. 2. Dig. Wait a minute. I thought I had 3 flowers. Something's going on. Well, I better get my shovel. I better get it. Yeah, I'm gonna shovel a little peat moss around my flowers. Here we go. 1 flower. Oh no! I don't even have 2 flowers anymore. What's going on? I can't figure it out. Well, you know what? I'm going to get my scissors because I'm going to cut that last flower and put it in a vase before it gets taken. Here it is. I've got my... Oh no! Just when I was going to cut my last flower, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Oh no! Oh no! I don't have any flowers for me. Boo-hoo! Oh me! Oh my! Oh! You found my hat! And you decorated it? Thank you! Thank you! My hat has never looked lovelier, and neither have my flowers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The end. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our little puppet show, but you know what? It's time for us to say goodbye. Now don't forget, keep talking and singing and reading and writing and playing all throughout your day. Now our goodbye song is in a sign language. So we're going to go like this. Goodbye. That's for goodbye. Friends is this way. Time to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.